It's been a while since I've done a video, audio, and this one I'm just going to do on Roseanne. It's amazing. My first video about her comeback show, I figured it was full of shit anyway. Honestly, all I really cared about was seeing Darlene again, but at the same time, the tweets about her being the working class hero and all this other stuff, it kind of pissed me off because Roseanne in reality has no representation of the working class, the middle class, or anything other than wealthy, dumbass people. So I was, put off by it, didn't even look for it nowhere online. And I remember thinking, if Roseanne sticks to her guns and just say the dumb shit that she does, I don't think that show's going to see season 2 or 3. But if she shuts the fuck up, it'll be on for another generation. They can just, replace people little by little and it'll be a whole new generation. But nope, Roseanne has to go on Twitter, and with everything else she said, she has to go and talk about Obama looking like an ape and being of the Muslim Brotherhood or whatever the fuck that is. And I know where that comes from, the whole talk of, Obama and the Muslims, because white racists think that Muslims are just black people. It's hard for them to think that that the black Muslims make up like an infinitesimal fraction of the population of Muslims, let alone all of Islam. So they see black as Muslim, and that's what they do. So that's what they see. That's what they go on. Bean Pie, my brother, the dude in 100-degree weather in a suit trying to sell you something and he's not sweating at all. I don't get that, but hey, that's what goes on. So she tweets out all that stuff, and ABC, that's their top show, and they get rid of them. Now, it started with Roseanne doing her thing and calling Obama an ape and all this other stuff, and then while the backlash on social media built, it was Wanda Sykes, who was working on the show as well. She said, I ain't coming back for season 2. She didn't. She wasn't. And then ABC is like, whoa, this got to go. So they got rid of it. Now, Roseanne, I gotta say this. I was wondering, what's up with her, I remember seeing some of her stand-up comedy, and it seemed very, at the time, liberal, for lack of a better term, or as Concrete Thought would put it, liberal, and I think that was accurately put. But it's just she was very progressive when and listened to the Tom Hartman program to combine a few shows. The Tom Hartman program, he talked about interviewing her when she was running for president, legit running for president. She was running for Medicare and Medicaid or whatnot for all, and all this other stuff that was pre-Bernie Sanders presidential run and ideology per se of that. Another word I'm trying to get rid of, ideology. I haven't said it in a couple of weeks, and I say it here. But yeah, she's running on that platform, and that was great, but she didn't win because this is a country that doesn't want good things. So later, after, she's doing this thing, and after what Trump has done with his presence, because he hasn't really done anything. He's just a symbol of all the shit that's going on. Trump hasn't done anything, truthfully. He hasn't, but Roseanne is strong enough to come out and say this stuff because she knows that with all the racism going on, it's easy to make a quick dollar. And doing that was, more important than having any principles. So running for president, it's super progressive, but then for the show and to get money and to get more notoriety that she already has, how do you get more than 100% famous? I don't know, but she goes on this racist tweet thing. And so is she progressive? Is she racist? You know what the truth is? It seems like she goes where the money is. But considering the fact that she's had more racist and other stuff like that on her Twitter feed, then she's just an asshole. Now, going on the whole Roseanne show, something else I wanted to get into, and then I'm going to just wrap this up. She alone made this tweet, and the character that plays Darlene, she's like, basically, all the staff and all these people working are not going to have anything because of what one person did. That doesn't really seem fair. And I get where she's coming from, because this is part of your livelihood. This is part of, your career, your acting career. So it's like, should I really suffer for the dumb shit she's done? And then let's quote Nino Brown, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Somebody should have said, "Hey, Roseanne, you know all this crazy shit you're saying? Shut the fuck up." They all should have been like, "Roseanne, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Seriously, Roseanne, shut the fuck up. Don't say this stupid shit. Leave it alone. Leave Twitter alone." Roseanne was like, "Oh, I'm sorry for what I said. It was a joke." Yeah, right. No, it wasn't a joke. You meant that shit, because you're a racist piece of trailer park shit with a whole lot of money. That's what you are. And I'm sitting here saying this shit like she'll never hear this. I sound like Kyle Kalinske and stuff. But she didn't shut the fuck up. She said her thing, and the one that and these characters, they're all like, look, the people that play them, they're like, man, we're fucked. It's kind of like that guy that said, look, how are you going to send my son to prison for just a few seconds of fun? He raped a girl behind a dumpster, but, you're going to ruin his life over this? It's like that guy that's like, I'm going to teach my girlfriend's dog to be as a Nazi as possible over in Europe. I'm going to teach this dog to be a Nazi and acknowledge Hitler and hail Hitler and do all these other signs. And then when I get caught it's just a joke. It's not a joke. You mean this shit, then you get caught, then it's a joke. Jokes are meant to be funny. That shit ain't funny. I often think about, why can't we do this? Why can't we do this with police? Roseanne says a fucked up racist tweet, her show gets canceled. Everyone suffers because of what she has done. But when it comes to the police, whether it's the captain, a sergeant, a lieutenant, just a plain officer, undercover, it don't matter. When they assassinate, murder, brutalize, victimize, when they terrorize the people in any community or the nation as a whole, because they are trained to kill before they think. Why doesn't it happen to them? As soon as one officer fucks up, that whole department should be investigated, phones confiscated, social media investigated 100%. And if this shit has been rampant, anyone involved, anyone caught will be prosecuted fairly, justly, without a jury. It will be with the judge only, and by the law of any civilian. If they are found guilty, they will not have special privileges because they are a cop. They are up the river. They are going to the big house. They are going to prison. Supermax, because these people are trained assassins. They need to go to Guantanamo and get fucked up. That's what I'm saying. So, I said I'd wrap it up. And before the 10-minute mark, because we're getting close, I just want to say all that. So Roseanne fucked it up for everyone. Why can't one cop fuck it up for everyone? Why can't one precinct fuck it up for everyone? Why can't one city, one county? Why can't a state, or a third of all the state's police officers fuck it up for everyone? Roseanne, racist. Officers, racist. And it's all thanks because they idolize Trump and the freedoms that he give just by existing and allowing racism through his rhetoric online and stuff like that. So that's where we are. I've given slight solutions if you listen, but that's all I got right now. My voice is failing more than it should. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.